This is the Maximus Rose Around the North Sports Show. The Around the North Sports Show highlights all amateur, high school, and collegiate sports in Sault Ste. Marie, Algoma, and Northern Ontario. We interview the greatest athletes and coaches from your backyard. Broadcasting from the True House Media Studio in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, here is your host, Jay Houslander.
So, again, just sticking with Northern sports, we've been covering the high school basketball season.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you, Markeese. Just a sec here, but I'm just introducing you. So with the high school basketball that's been going on this year, we've followed it and we've covered it quite a bit. And we have a guest with us, joining us here today, Markeese Strawbridge from the Korah Colts, the undefeated Korah Colts. Markeese, thanks so much for calling, man. How you doing?
Yeah, no problem. How you doing? Good?
We're good, man. So just talk to us a little bit about the season that you guys are having. You guys obviously are undefeated so far in the local loop, having a heck of a year. Just kind of talk about the season and how it's going for you guys so far.
Yeah, well, obviously, I feel like skill-wise we're better than all these teams. So it's just like, I don't know. It's just fun. Like I don't know how to say this, but like we're all just friends, so we have fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no question. And Markeese, I kind of touched upon this. We talked about you last week on our show, and you obviously had the opportunity.
Sorry, man, Markeese, I cut Tony off. I wasn't insulting when I called you a freak of nature, but being grade 9 and being the height you are, you are a freak of nature.
Yeah. So we talked about it last week, and you did have the option to go up and play senior. And I found it very admirable that you did decide to stay down. And the reason why you said you wanted to stay down, or what you told me, was because you're playing with your buddies. You have really good friends on the team. Has that added to your chemistry this year as to why you guys are so successful?
Well, yeah, and also the fact that we've been playing together over the years with like Slam and stuff. Like I've been teammates with most of that team for all my life of playing basketball, so that helped.
Yeah, and
you have the and stuff.
Yeah, no question. Obviously, you're coached by Coach Hyam, who's been, he's a legend in Sault Ste. Marie basketball. Just talk a little bit about Coach Hyam and, the job that he's done with you guys so far this year.
I like Coach. He's really hard on everybody, and me especially, if he's watching this.
Yeah.
But no, he's a really good coach. He knows the game really well, and he has the team to like coach. Like I don't know how to say it, but.
Yeah. No, you're doing great.
His coaching style fits well.
You're doing great, man. In terms of you, before we let you go, because I know you got to go, you're in the middle of training, and really appreciate you taking time to do this. What's your long-term goal for basketball? Have you kind of thought much about it yet? Do you feel like you kind of need to possibly move away later on in high school to kind of get the opportunities that you want, or have you kind of thought about that yet?
Well, obviously, like I thought about moving away and stuff, but like going on these little like practices down south with Jeff and going on these circuits with Uplay and stuff, like that just helps a lot. And maybe like in 1 or 2 years I'll think about moving somewhere, but right now I'm staying.
Yeah, that's awesome. You talked about Jeff and kind of these circuits. Can you kind of explain those quickly, just what they are and how they work? Because it's not necessarily a tournament team necessarily, right? It's just a team that's kind of put together. Can you kind of explain how that works for people?
Yeah, well, it's all under this thing called Made Hoops, and it's just all Nike teams. So we're in a team that's under Uplay Canada, and then we go almost every weekend for practices, and then there's 4 circuits this session, and I was just in New Jersey, and then on the 4th we're going to Pennsylvania. So it's just like little stuff like that, and it's only in America, so that just gives me a good experience to see like what basketball is like down there.
And sorry, Markeese, just to interrupt, is now when you go to those showcases or those things, are you playing with your age or kids older than you?
No, it's all my age, but it's really competitive down there, so.
That's great. I know you went to your first NBA game recently. What was that experience like?
Yeah, no, that was fun.
I had a lot of fun. Before we let you go, tell the listeners about your interesting story after the game.
After the game, how I met people?
Yeah.
Okay, so after the game, we were taking the subway back to our place, and then we saw Bo Cruz taking the subway, so that was pretty sick.
Yeah, Markeese sent me a picture. He's like, it's me and Bo Cruz. I'm like, what the heck's he doing? And Markeese is like, he was on the subway.
he's human.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So that was awesome. All right, Markeese, listen, man, we really appreciate you doing this. Thank you so much for taking some time. Obviously, you guys are in exams right now. We will be covering your game. Is it next week the season starts up again, or the week?
Next week.
Yeah, we'll be covering you guys next week for sure, and looking forward to it, and still waiting to see that live dunk in a game. So we'll be watching for that. We'll be watching for that on Sioux Sports.
All right, sounds good.
All right,
have a good one, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Markeese. Yeah, you know what? Really appreciate Markeese calling in. He's an outstanding young man. I've known him since he moved back to the Sioux years and years ago, and I think he was only 5 or 6 years old when I first met Markeese. I used to work at Childcare Algoma, and he'd come in with his mom, and him and I would just terrorize the whole place, and we'd be breaking lights, and I'd be doing everything I wasn't supposed to do. But yeah, he's an outstanding young man. He has an unbelievable, future in basketball, right?
And being great. How tall is he?
He's 6'4", 6'5". Yeah, he's in grade 9, and he's just an overall great guy. Comes from a great family, so all the best to him, and look forward to seeing him, as the season progresses. So thank you to Markeese for calling in from the Korah Colts junior basketball team.
Hey, business owners and marketers, we know you think we're pretty cool. And that's why we want you to share in the coolness factor and partner with Sioux Sports TV, Northern Sports Radio, and market your business every week to sports lovers just like yourself. Take advantage of our many cost-effective commercial and promotional opportunities. Tell the world about your business. Yes, the world. Thanks to Sioux Sports TV, Northern Sports Radio, and True House Media. Contact us today and find out how you can be a part of Northern Ontario's fastest growing sports network.